It all began on a windy evening at the edge of the city, where life seemed to move faster for everyone except Daniel. Daniel was a struggling single father, balancing 2 jobs while raising his little daughter, Emily, all on his own. Every day, he worked himself to exhaustion, yet still couldn't escape the constant weight of overdue bills, hospital expenses, and the endless worry of whether he was enough for his daughter. Emily was his world, the only reason he kept fighting, but deep inside he carried a silent loneliness that no one ever saw. That evening, as Daniel walked Emily home from school, they spotted an old, battered cart parked near the marketplace. A frail-looking woman in ragged clothes was struggling to fix its broken wheel. Passers-by ignored her, some even sneered, as if she were invisible. Emily tugged at Daniel's sleeve and whispered, "Daddy, can we help her?" Daniel hesitated for a moment. He was exhausted, burdened, and still had work to finish, but something about the woman's struggle pulled at his heart. He walked over, knelt beside the broken cart, and asked gently, "Ma'am, do you need a hand?" The woman looked up, her face covered in dust, eyes tired yet strangely familiar. She gave a small nod. Daniel rolled up his sleeves, using the little strength he had left, and within minutes managed to secure the wheel tightly. The woman's eyes welled up with tears. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice trembling. Emily smiled brightly, "You're welcome. Daddy always helps people." For some reason, the woman stared at Daniel longer than necessary. Her eyes softened, almost as if she knew him from another life. Daniel, however, brushed it off, unaware of the truth that was about to change everything. Over the next few days, Daniel and Emily kept crossing paths with the mysterious woman at the market. She always sat quietly, pretending to sell small trinkets from her cart, yet something about her presence didn't quite fit the image of a beggar. Emily, with her childlike innocence, grew fond of her, often chatting and even sharing small snacks. Daniel, though curious, never asked too many questions. He respected her silence. One night, after a long day of work, Daniel found the woman waiting near the corner of his street. Her eyes were filled with hesitation, as if she carried a secret too heavy to keep hidden. "Daniel," she whispered. His heart skipped a beat. How did she know his name? She took a deep breath. "It's me, Claire." Daniel froze. Claire, the name unlocked a flood of memories. His childhood best friend, the girl who once filled his days with laughter and dreams, the one he secretly loved but lost when her family moved away. He hadn't seen her in over 20 years. "Claire, but how? Why are you here like this?" His voice cracked with disbelief. Tears streamed down her face as she explained. She wasn't a beggar. She wasn't homeless. In fact, she was a billionaire heiress who had inherited her family's empire. But wealth had never brought her peace. After years of betrayal, fake friends, and a broken engagement that shattered her trust, Claire decided to disappear from that world. She disguised herself, living simply, searching for someone genuine, someone who would see her heart, not her fortune. And that's when Daniel's kindness found her. Daniel was speechless. He could barely grasp the idea that the woman he helped fix a cart for was the same Claire who once held his childhood dreams, and now, a secret billionaire. He looked down at his worn-out shoes, embarrassed. "Claire, I'm just nobody. A broke single dad who can't even pay rent on time. Why would you?" But Claire stopped him with a firm, gentle voice. "Daniel, you're the only one who saw me, truly saw me, when everyone else looked away. Money never mattered to me. You did." For the first time in years, Daniel felt something shift in his heart. Still, doubt and fear lingered. He worried about whether her world could ever accept someone like him. Would he be judged, rejected, or seen as a man chasing her wealth? But Claire was determined. She started visiting more often, helping Emily with schoolwork, cooking meals with Daniel, and bringing laughter back into their small home. Emily adored her, and Daniel found himself falling once again for the girl he once loved. Only now, she was a woman who had known both the cruelty of wealth and the beauty of humility. Yet challenges came. When Claire's secret began to leak through rumors, people started questioning Daniel's intentions. Old friends accused him of being a gold digger. Even Daniel himself doubted whether he was worthy of her love. But Claire stood tall, publicly defending him, declaring that her heart belonged to the man who helped her when she was invisible to the world. In a heartfelt moment, standing in front of reporters and judgmental eyes, Claire took Daniel's hand and said, "He loved me when I had nothing. That's worth more than all the billions in the world." Daniel, with tears in his eyes, finally let go of his fears. He embraced her, whispering, "I lost you once, Claire. I won't lose you again." Their love blossomed, stronger than ever. Claire used her resources not to show off wealth, but to quietly support Daniel's dream of starting a small business, giving him the dignity of building a future with his own hands. Together, they created a life of love, respect, and honesty. In the end, Daniel learned that worth was never measured by money, but by the heart that loves unconditionally. Emily gained not only a father's love but also the warmth of a mother figure she always wished for. And Claire finally found the peace she had been searching for, not in riches, but in the arms of the man who had once been her childhood love. The story closes with Daniel and Claire walking hand in hand with Emily between them, not as a billionaire and a struggling dad, but as a family who proved that true love conquers pride, poverty, and prejudice. And so, what began with a broken card on a windy evening turned into a journey of healing, second chances, and the beautiful reminder that sometimes the person you're meant to be with has been there all along, waiting to be found again.